it's Meg, Chasing Retro. You don't often get to see my face, but I thought I would come on today and say thank you to every one of you who have supported me over the past month or two. I know things have been a little challenging with shipping, and my shop is not as well stocked as I would like. I'm not getting to make as many videos as I would like. Life has just gotten busy, and I'm, as many of you know, working a part-time job now. But I wanted to say thank you regardless, and I appreciate all of you, and I love reading your comments. I try to respond to all of them. And today I'm going to show you the 5 eclectic journals that I've just finished. So sit back and enjoy. Open your mind. These are a little different, but they're going to be fun. Okay, so let's get to the eclectic journals, stash busting journals, whatever you'd like to call them. They're a little bit of both. I set out just trying to bust through some stash that I had collected, use a lot of the really unique and old ephemera that I had that I've just been sort of hoarding. But also I wanted them to be really fun and unique and playful, and I really hope that that has been achieved. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. We're gonna start with the green one, and all of these have a name. So I'll explain those names as we go along. This is a vintage children's reader called Kittens and Children, but I have named this journal, You've Gotta Be Kitten Me. Y'all just excuse me, it's gonna be really cheesy. Let's see, let's measure. It is not 8 3/4 by 6 1/4. All of these have a 1.5 inch spine. All of them have 2 sets of 20 pages folded. So that would be 40. I always should do the math off camera and just tell y'all. 40 pages, so 80 back and fronts. And then I think you double that to make total number of writing spaces. If that is incorrect, I'm sorry. I will correct that definitely in the comments. I mean, in the description and in my shop. But just know that there are 20 pieces of paper in the first and the second folded. All of these have sari silk tassels. I've never done this before, but I am hooked. I will be doing these so much more. They're fun to make. They do make my hands tired because it's a lot of tearing of the pieces into long strips, and of course working with the wire and the pliers and all that stuff, but still so fun. And I tried to make the tassels pull a lot of the colors that were in the cover. The back covers I left as they are. I cleaned them as well as I could. Anything left is not dirt that will hurt you. It's just character and stains from age and use. Okay, so this one is called You've Gotta Be Kitten Me. These will be great journals to just give as a gift to someone just because, to use as your everyday journal for the year. Maybe you haven't picked one for 2024 yet, or just to have fun with. Every journal has a library card pocket made of vintage book pages in the front, and I've embellished each one. And I think all but one has a fabric tag in this first pocket. I could be wrong, but I did. So a long time ago, I guess it was back in October, September, I went to the most amazing estate sale of a lady who was a pretty talented seamstress. And in the attic, I found a box, or totes rather, full of her fabrics. Most of them are from the 60s and 70s. And a few 80s. There was a lot of Laura Ashley in there. So all of these tags that you will see in these journals are made from some of those. I've been hoarding them, and you know, I was like, I've just got to use them. That one has eyelash trim. This is a double pocket here. And we have a little lace snippet and a daisy. And this is a vintage playing card from the 80s. And then we have this little card that says awesome. And then a little Rolodex card that I embellished. And then we have a side pocket with a cluster here. And this is a note card from California. And index divider card that I've just put a little cluster on top of. We have a little flower here in the corner. Some Braille paper. So this is some vintage gift wrap with postage stamps. This is a Dutch coffee flavored candy wrapper, and I've just made it into a little cluster in the corner here. A very old dictionary page. This is a vintage seal. I don't know what kind it is because the box was missing when I got them. It was in a little glassine envelope, but it is so cute. A song sheet. This is from a vintage book that I found at a library book sale called Sally Goes Round the Sun. So there's a page of this book in every journal because it's pretty much the most eclectic book that I have. And of course a doily, some punched paper, graph paper with some embellishments here, paper flowers. We have some tracing paper, and I put a little sewing pattern sticker girl. This is an embroidery pattern. And then here's a vintage children's book page, and I've attached it with fabric so you can flip up and write on the back. He's holding a hamster, and if you can't see that. Or gerbil. I still get those two confused. A sewing book page. This is from a book about electricity and how it works. Put some blue lace on this polka dot page. This is a coaster from, looks like maybe a German restaurant. And then a vintage piece of stationery. The center, I put a piece of vintage 80s gift wrap with those classic mallard ducks on it. Just a little note page. And I sewed some more of that groovy fabric from that estate sale on the index cards. I did a little cluster here with a book image. By the way, all of them have beads as the center, tied to the center ties. A vintage Montgomery Ward charge slip from someone. And a little Hobby looking card. A little cluster here with a vintage stamp. I got this from Sierra last week. Already used it. And then this is a little vintage, I love this vintage fabric tab. Carrie at the Paper Monkey gave me these whale tails, and I've used those really a lot in these journals. This is a vintage Kodak film envelope, and I put it here with a doily for you to use however you'd like. I put some top value stamps on this side of the tracing paper. This is some vintage trim. Isn't it so pretty? Each one has an envelope like this from a book that I got as a Christmas gift a couple years ago, and there's nothing in it other than the stationery that goes to it. Washi tape here on the right handwriting page. Put a little butterfly sticker here. Kool-Aid dyed paper, a little cluster. Carrie from the Paper Monkey made this one for me as well. Carrie, I'm slowly using them. Way to go, me. It's really hard letting go of stuff that I like. I feel like I will never find it again, you know. Each one has a fabric flip. This is a little corner pocket with some vintage rickrack, and then I have a calendar page from 1954 and a note sheet from the National Museum of the American Indian in DC. We went there and we ate lunch there, and it was one of the best meals we had while we were up there. Super yummy. Side pocket. This is a game card from a game called Match, I think, from the 70s. And then a graph paper card with a ticket stamp stapled. This is from a color book, children's science book. This flips out for you to do what you like there. A tuck spot with this vintage tree. I don't know where this came from, but I got it in a giant paper pack from a recraft type store in North Carolina. a vintage Pepsi ad. This is from a newspaper near me from the late 60s, and a handwritten recipe. This cute little card with this kitten, because, you know, I didn't really do a lot of kitten themed things in here, but there are a couple. Some more vintage trim, a ruffle. Oh, this is watercolor paper, so if you're into art journaling or watercolors, I did put a sheet of watercolor in here for you. This is the sewing pattern instructions, and there's some kittens there. This is a church attendance sheet. This is from a vintage catalog. A vintage yearbook. A tuck spot here with a postcard from, I don't know, France or Sicily. It says Sicily, but it says France, so I don't know. But it's from 1972, and Mom and Dad wrote home to Keith, let him know that they're having a good time. This is a piece of wallpaper, and then I made a pocket on the back with a recipe in it. And a map sheet, project planning page, Greek flashcard and Monopoly money. This is from a Monopoly from the early 40s that I found recently. This is a little tuck spot with an envelope flap, and I put one of my daughter's watercolors here for you to decorate with, or journal on the back. That little leaf has been giving me trouble. And this is from a game called Art Link Letters House Party. We played it as a family a few times, and then I decided to use it for journals. This flips out, and we have a little bird ephemera piece there. Here we have a bulletin board stencil and a picture of some people playing something in the snow. Looks like a university setting. And this is some brayered paper with some acrylic paint, and then a stencil on the back. Panama stamp on an airmail envelope. Little teeny tiny notebook. I got this in Happy Mail too, but I don't know who gave it to me. But again, another thing that I've been holding on to for like 2 years. So proud of myself using so many things I wanted to keep. I want to share it with all of you though. Okay, this is a coral colored doily. I didn't realize I put 2 doilies in here. I went to an estate sale, and I bought a box of little notebooks of each trip the couple had made, and in the back of every one, the husband had done an exchange rate chart for them to use, and I just think that is so cool. So I put one of those in here. Here is a paper doll dress. These are just some words that I found, and I turned them into little pockets. We have an altered slide and a little tiny Totoro note sheet, if you know who Totoro is, and a little Bible verse. These pockets are a little bit fragile. You have to be careful with those. Green stamp cluster. This is from a very old Jell-O pudding box, and I just turned it into a little tab. This is a Denison Pansy seal. Stitched fabric here. This is the watercolor paper. This is one of my patchwork pockets, and then we have a game card, another one of the fabric tags from that estate sale, and a sheet for you to write your big ideas. This is a ticket for a graduation ceremony for a high school near me from the, I think it's 52 or 53. And then we have a postcard with a quilt and this little sticker. Someone gave this to me in Happy Mail too, so I decided to share that. All right, this one is called You've Gotta Be Kidding Me. The next one is a college textbook for statistics, and this one is called Take a Chance on Me. I left the campus bookstore sticker. This is for USC in Columbia, South Carolina. This tassel has red, greens, browns, golds, and the beads are the colors that go with the journal too. Of all of them, this was my husband's favorite. He thought this one was the most fun. All right, we have another library pocket, and we have another fabric tag. This is more that estate sale fabric. And then on this side, we have another Totoro note sheet. This is from a children's game, and this is Mount Vernon. Really pretty, that red roof. And then this is a little guy that I've been hoarding like for 4 years. So I have to say goodbye to him now. I love him. Appointment page. Recipe card, Better Home. No, this is McCall's. Okay, we have a graph page with fabric, and then a little cluster here with a bird nest. This is, I don't know what I call these. Paper cluster. They're just fun to make with little squares that you have left over. Vintage gift wrap that says surprise. This is from a paper doll set as well. This is a cluster from Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. This is one of those dividers, like the tab divider pages. This is from Childcraft book. Tracing paper. This is a flip up, and this is an Encyclopedia Britannica ad, or like mail-in offer. Canadian stamp. Another brayer page with some beautiful primary colors. Embroidery pattern. Another textbook pocket page, and then a flower card, and a page from a book about fishing from the 50s. I got this in Florida, so it's like authentic sport fisherman page. This is some really fun royal emerald green eyelet. This is a really fun doily. This little guy, I told y'all these were going to be random. I just put this quote on there. I'll be back in a bit, he said. I'll be back when I have shut off the thunder. So I don't even know where I got that quote, but it's just interesting. This flips out. This was actually a piece of paper that was in a photo frame that I bought. This is the Sally Go Round the Sun page. Look how beautiful and vibrant that is. A tuck spot here with a quilt postcard. Fabric pocket. Another art link letter game card, Monopoly, and a library card catalog card. Here's a poppy die fussy cut. Here's a Keno game sheet and a bird ephemera piece. There's one on the back too. Just a little embellishment of cardstock there. Sewing pattern ladies. I did a little paper flower here. Another paper doll outfit. There's the tab on there. I love that plasticky stuff they used to use. Here's a homemade buy sticker. This is a tuck spot made from a Kodak film developing envelope, or box rather, and I glued this little guy on there. This is Happy Meal from Monica, I believe. Thank you, Monica, for this. The colors are perfect for this journal. And a sales order sheet. This is just a paper strip that I sewed as a ruffle. A little flower, fabric flip. Goodness, on all these fabric flips, the edge got glued down. Hold on. Probably because I glued something on the back. So I figured on this hunter green. It would be so pretty if you wrote with a gold pen. I thought that would be so cool. And then on this side, we have a little grocery sales, just this fun little ephemera page, and then this little teeny, I guess that's called a tag. Here's a tag, and bananas for you, and another stencil. Well, everything's just falling out. Here's a picture of a geyser. Talk about random. And here's a finger flashcard. I mean, flashcard. A finger puppet and a little blue note sheet. This is a vintage sheet ruffle. I think I got this from Jonna, and it was perfect for this yellow journal. This is from a Apple Seeds catalog, I think that's what it's called, Apple Seeds. And a blank journal page, sewing instructions, another one of these envelopes with the paper inside to write on. Here's a little sack. I think Carrie at the Paper Monkey made these little twisted fabric flowers. I want to make those so bad. So I used one of those here. And this was from a estate sale. Evidently, a grandpa had glued a map down to a very old game board and cut it apart for his grandchildren to make a puzzle. And they were wondering why I wanted that. And I was like, that's so cool. I'm going to use that somehow. Here's another exchange rate sheet and a little die cut of a mushroom. Here's a fabric cluster. This is a card that I found at Recraft, and I love it. The colors are perfect for this journal. This is a very old gum wrapper. I found this in a scrapbook from the 50s. Some fun ribbon, a Babar book page. In the middle, we have a flashcard, a fold a letter with these guys on it, and then a page from Word Basket magazine. And then over here, we have an altered divider, this little envelope that has a card in it, vintage gift wrap, and a little bingo printable. Another strip here. There's the other side of the card that it was written in. Fabric tab. This is a removable flip through scrap pad. A fabric pocket. And we have a postcard from San Francisco and a craft paper doily. We have a little alphabet card and a playing card. A sticker on this graph paper. A little New Zealand stamp, church attendance sheet. This is a vintage matchbook for stop and go food stores. These are some heart tags that I found at a thrift store, and I just sewed that to the edge. This is a sewing pattern counter catalog lady. And in this belly band, we have a little index card and a blank birthday card with another duck. Oh, there's a truck backing up outside, and my cat is walking about 3 inches off the floor. She does not like work trucks. She's sleeping back to the back. This envelope, and as you can see, a little card. All right, this one again is called Take a Chance on Me. I hope y'all are liking these so far. That's not gonna cooperate. We'll deal with that later. Oh, I didn't measure this one. Oops. This one is tall. It's 9 1/8 by 6, 1.5 inch spine. Next one is called Magic Carpet Ride. It's a children's reader. The tassel might be my favorite because the colors were just so perfect with the image on the front. And then we have the beads with the colors in it. This one measures 9 by 6. That's easy. This one's very colorful. Here's another pocket, but this one's made with the House Plans book. More of that estate sale fabric. I think this might be like patio furniture fabric because it's very rough. And then over here we have a tag. I believe Monica made this for me. Or no, it might be Carrie. I don't know because both of y'all have sent me tags with this same little fabric. So I don't know who did this, but thank you. And then a little business card and a Jeopardy game page. That was the ones you had to use the red glasses with to be able to read the blue words, although it's pretty easy to read the blue words without the glasses. I made this flashcard into a tuck spot, and we have a Yahtzee sheet and a little piece of a vintage piece of strawberry gift wrap. A little cluster here. This bag has an Amtrak playing card and a little note sheet. This is from that dictionary again. This is a description of types of knots. Some pink legal pad paper. This is a very old, I got this in an estate sale, Octagon soap. Do y'all remember that? You may not, but your grandma probably did. So evidently they were collecting coupons and never cashed them in. Vintage gift wrap. This is from a book called Edwardian Holiday, and it's just pictures. It's so pretty. So I set off originally not going to keep to a color theme, but y'all, it's hard not to. So as you can see, each one sort of has its spectrum of colors. This is from a Southern Railway System, like tourist packet that I got in an estate sale. A children's book pocket, another fold-a-note, and while you were out sheet. This is another fold-out page. Vintage catalog. I think this is might be apple seeds again, or this could be one of the New England catalogs. I don't remember. They both had the black and white ladies. Kool-Aid paper, a vintage greeting card. I put some trim on the edge of their cluster. A little sack with a snippet of some handwritten notes on top of a newspaper article, some flowers, and a little card with some more of that estate sale fabric. Sally Go Round the Sun page. Tuck spot with a Rolodex card and a note sheet. Very bright orange. Little girl. The envelope with the paper inside. Y'all, my hands are so tired. I feel like I'm grabbing at things and nothing's happening. Some tulip fabric on the tab here. This is a flip out envelope, and then here we have a altered divider tab. I was excited about her. You'll have to be careful with her because I didn't glue her down. I just sewed. So, another bird card and a printable and Greek flashcard. This is a little piece of a napkin, I think. This is from Crown Plaza Hotel, and a little index card. This is another bill for electric company, and it flips up for journal space. A coupon for Texas bleach. Do y'all remember Texas? It smells like, it used to smell just like pine saw does now. This is a receipt from the box of travel stuff that I got at the estate sale for France, and she bought something at Galerie Lafayette in Paris, and then a little Monopoly card. And speaking of Paris, here's a card from, actually this is just France, this is not Paris. And then we have a Western Union telefax form. So this one has, I guess, a little bit of a travel theme, just because, look at that, I didn't put anything in here. I'll have to add something. This, because it has the travel, like, magic carpet card and limeade label. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it was so late last night when I finished these, so I apologize. Those two things will be filled as soon as this video is over, and it'll be a surprise what goes in there. This is a very old 80s box of staples, and I saved it and used it as a tab. This is some really fun printed deli paper. This is from a children's book. I love this style of art. I don't know what it is, but I love it. It might be Eric Carle. Music page with the piano teacher's writing. A pink doily. Sewing page. Some tropical fabric ruffle here, and some braided and combed paper. This is a dry cleaning ticket. And speaking of dry cleaners, here is a yellow page from a phone book in the 60s with dry cleaners on there. Braille paper. Upside down pocket, I put well. A recipe and a Monopoly money. And here we have a little handwritten note about the price of Godiva chocolates at certain stores. I don't know why, but it's interesting. And then a plant card and just a little journaling card with an ice cream truck. On this side, we have a piece of orange stationery in an orange envelope, and I put a stamp. And then we have a little golden book card game and Scrabble sheet. Oh, this one's going to be hard to get back in. I wish I hadn't taken that out. It fits perfectly in that pocket. Fabric pocket. Oh, I was about to say, I bet there's nothing in there. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Vintage blue rickrack on that page. There's 3 spots I need to fill. Another flip pad here. This poor little book got neglected last night. This is one of my favorite trims. It just, I don't know, it's just so fun. And I use it pretty sparingly, but it was perfect for this one. This is from a record, very bright sale sticker for a record. I just tucked this envelope in here because it was an airmail envelope. There's nothing in there. We have a fabric flip. This is some fun fabric I got from Happy Meals. We have Swiss dot and this brocade type, and this is raw silk. 4th spot with nothing in it. Y'all, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. This, I need to make it up to the person who gets this. I'll put a few extra things in here since you didn't get to see it on the video. That's Magic Carpet Ride. Next we have Friendly Faces, Beautiful Places. And it's made from this book called I Have Friends. That phrase, Friendly Faces, Beautiful Places, is what used to be on my state of South Carolina's license plate. And they changed it a while back. This measures 9 by 6. I still hear work trucks out there. This tassel is super fun. This was the hardest one to match of all the books because I just didn't have this color sari silk, but I think it turned out pretty well. And then we have these fun beads. The back is really fun too. Smiling Faces, Beautiful Places. A fabric tab from that estate sale. We have a really fun paper plushy feeling coaster and a flashcard. We have one of my Frankenpaper tags and a very old postcard from, I don't know where this is from, Pennsylvania maybe? I don't know my Pennsylvania towns. Yearbook page. I printed on some vellum here. A little thin pocket, and then some stationery and a little piece of vintage gift wrap. Brayer paper. This is a vintage sheet right here. A really fun cookie recipe page. A little cluster. Sewing pattern girl. A vintage, isn't this so pretty? This is a vintage gift card. Greeting card. They didn't even know what a gift card was back then. Vintage gift wrap. This flips out. Sally Round the Sun page. This one is really, really interesting. We have a ticket, a sales order, and a giant playing card. I thought that might be cool to put a photograph on or something if you're using this to chronicle your family memories. Washi tape here. Little tiny pocket with a coupon and a little teeny tag. This is vintage gift wrap. Top value stamps. A Denison label. Here's a flip pad, removable as well. Some fabric sewn here. Side pocket with another card. This is a Get Well card. And this pretty piece of, it looks like Marjolaine Bastion, but I don't know that it's her. It might be like a copycat version of her. And then another notepad sheet. And this is from someone's bank ledger, like little personal bank book. A pocket, or rather a tuck spot, with this Matryoshka doll. So you can set her up if you want to display her, or you can use her as a journaling card. And a little sheet from a book on how to fry. And this is just a little die cut from a Dick and Jane, and then a guest check. Purple legal pad page, wrapping paper, an altered index divider with a angry looking king. I'm not sure why he was upset. I guess he just got woken up. A coupon, Kool-Aid paper, and some blue. I think I dyed this eyelet blue. Little boy here with some string. Don't know what he's up to. Washington birthday party. So this is from I think it's a children's birthday party book. This is from a children's art book. It's very old. These are tatted daisies that I got in Happy Mail from Dale at Not Too Shabby Chic. Here's a little bag with a clipped recipe from a newspaper and a little tag. And here's another recipe. This is handwritten ugly duckling cake. I turned the time card into a pocket, put some green stamps in here, and then a German flashcard. And then we have the Smithsonian note sheet and a little index card and playing card, and a little cluster with lace. A Rolodex card that I put a car on. And then some airmail envelope pieces with South Carolina stamp. Well, that's just neat that it's Smiling Faces, Beautiful Places. I did not mean for that to happen. A dry cleaning ticket this is a Madeline paper doll dress. Here's a matchbook from a Cleaners. Another one of these. This one's actually a card, not a stationery page. This book that I got these from is called For the Love of Paper. You can get it on Amazon. This is a very old map of Italy, and it flips up with fabric. And then here we have a stencil and a blue doily. I did a belly band here, and this is a handwriting strip. Fabric flip. Okay, this one's Friendly Faces, Beautiful Places. Did I say Smiling Faces? Maybe the license plate said Smiling Faces, but we're gonna call this Friendly Faces. The last one is probably the most random one. I have no idea what this book is about. I said earlier that I tried to read it, but I didn't understand what was going on, so I just gave up. But I was like, this will make the most perfect eclectic journal. So this one I'm naming Fizzy Lifting Drink. If you have seen the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder, you will know the reference. And it measures 8.5 by 5 1/4. This tassel is so fun. The colors are just perfect. And then the beads. There's a sparkly bead on there. The back of it is these guys trying to help her down, I guess. But I just love the colors. It kind of looks stormy. So a lot of the colors in here are these beautiful blues, greens, purples, and grays. Fabric tag and stencil letter Rolodex card. A little wallpaper border and index card, and one of these heart tags. This is the other half of the Kodak film box, and then a little altered divider, yearbook page, map, flip out. This is a lunch sack, and I put a little sheet of vintage 80s gift wrap in here. Here is a page from the book. It's kind of the same image on the front, but I did save one image from the book just to, you know, be cohesive. And then this is a really fun upholstery trim, and I was like, is it gonna work? Is it not? It was actually like a fringe that went out to here, but I trimmed it. But I think it works. It's pretty cool. Church attendance sheet, a stamp from France or Guyana, one of the two. And this is a book page from Charleston, South Carolina. Vintage computer paper. A little corner pocket with a diagnosis sheet and a fabric index card. Some more of that black paper. This is a really fun trim. A random little snippet, because these are random. A song sheet. Another one of my little square snippets. This is the Sally Go Round the Sun page. Here is a vintage party invitation. So little. And doily. This is brayered and stenciled with butterflies, and I thought it was perfect because, you know, the mom is flying, sort of. This fun little image from another book. Oh, this is a price tag from Stearns. I had never heard of that store. Y'all let me know if you know what that is. Rick Rack. This is a sack that I just glued down, and I put a little grateful note sheet in here. Fabric pocket. This is a doily cut with cloth. This is like starched muslin, and this is just a random card that I found in a book. paper flower, guest check in this little bag, tuck spot with just another note sheet, like a mini legal pad. I'm not going to open that. My fingers aren't working. This is some Italian stationery, and it's beautiful. You probably can't see it, but it is embossed gold, and it's just lovely. It was just at my thrift shop. It was all in Italian. It was 25 cents for the pack. A fabric ruffle. This is actually a cast off from one of my mama's quilts. And then a Rolodex card. And these were interesting. These were in a recipe box I bought. Fight Inflation and Recession, 1975. And then they had like a little really cheap and easy recipe on the back. This is a card from a game. It looks like Clue, but I don't know if it is because I don't recognize that name. And then this is a note sheet for a cruise line. Here's another removable flip pad. A little handwritten recipe in this little pocket for orange butter coffee cake. So you think this is going to be an easy recipe, but then when you turn it over, you're like, whoa. I'm going to be in the kitchen for a while. Kool-Aid paper. This adorable card. I got this in Happy Mail. I just love it. And then a little tag with a flashcard and a, these just look like they're made for children's hands. And a label for Limeade. Another Denizen or some sort of label. Fabric tab. This is one of those sheets back in the 80s, like you would buy a personalized lunchbox or something at the mall, and they would always wrap your gifts in this paper. So I have some of that. I'll put it in here. This is, I don't know, Japanese or Chinese. One of the two, but still cool. Tracing paper. Catalog page. This is from a Hallmark gift book. A tuck spot with this really interesting photograph that was taken out of a scrapbook. Playing card, play money, and a postcard from Quebec City. And a little cluster from a health book. And then a little fabric tag. This is a sheet from someone's green stamp book and a woman's club stationery page. I don't know where this woman's club is, but I have the stationery for it. I wanted to make sure there was plenty of writing space in these too. I think there is. This is a game card. Eagle stamps. One of those fun envelopes again with stationery. And a fabric flip. Oops. Yeah, that's right. And this random little asymmetrical pocket with some of those daisies on it. And then inside I tucked a metal tag and Greek flashcard. All right, this one is called Fizzy Lifting Drink. Guys, I really appreciate you sticking through the whole video. Let me know which one was your favorite. Apologies on this guy. I'm going to go fill it right now. I will be listing these tomorrow morning in my shop, probably around 9:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my plan. So Saturday the 3rd. And I appreciate, as always, you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.